Before I let you go, this one was really interesting. So the NFL came out with the guidelines for vaccinated versus unvaccinated players, and boy, are they stark. Were you surprised at how drastic it is? And they're not mandating that you get vaccinated, but boy, they're surely recommending it by what they're limiting people who aren't vaccinated.
Yeah, they are. And I thought there would be some significant changes, and obviously, the mask wearing in the facility, all of that, I expected a lot of that stuff, but there are some really extreme things on here. As guys flying on the team charter, if they're unvaccinated, that's not going to happen. Guys, they aren't going to be allowed to leave the hotel. They're going to be sort of stuck under a lot of the rules from last year. And, I think you hit it. They're basically saying you don't have to get the vaccine, but if you don't, your experience next season is going to be very different. I think the most important thing is, I believe these are just preseason and training camp regulations for now, but, look, this is the framework for what I think the regular season could look like. The biggest thing is if you're a high-risk close contact, and Browns fans know all about that, if you're a high-risk close contact and you've been vaccinated, you don't have to quarantine. And that's going to be a real competitive advantage for teams that have high vaccination rates.
And you would think that, they'll have this ironed out and kind of in place, but it certainly looks like teams that are close to fully vaccinated will have a competitive advantage.
I think so. And I still think it's in play, too, that the NFL and NFLPA could come up with a Major League Baseball style threshold where I believe it was 85%. In Major League Baseball, a lot of restrictions were eased about, guys interacting and wearing masks in the dugout and all of that. I think the NFL and NFLPA could maybe come up with something like that down the road here as we get closer to the regular season. But yeah, the NFL really sent a message that you don't have to get vaccinated. But again, if you don't, your life is going to be very different as a player this season than for guys who did get the vaccine.